Hello and welcome to ISTV English News. I'm Dhanya. Let's take a look at the top stories first. ILPS cannot be implemented due to state government's dishonesty, says T.H. Chauba. And if an MLA leaves a party willingly, he can be disqualified under 10 schedule, opines O. Joy. The news in detail. President of BJP Manipur Pradesh T.H. Chauba has said that because of its dishonesty, the state government has not been able to implement the inner line permit system in Manipur. Addressing media at the party office at Nityai Pat Chutek, Chauba said what the Chief Minister said, that there is no question of reluctance or negligence on part of the government in implementing the ILPS is a lie. Reacting to the Deputy Chief Minister's statement that the state unit of BJP, which is ruling at the centre, has a major role in getting the ILPS implemented in the state, Chauba said BJP has always been extending help in getting the ILPS implemented in the state. Why didn't Congress party, which held power in both the state and the centre for 10 years, try to implement the ILPS? Even at present, Congress is the majority in the Rajya Sabha. The way the state government has been acting clearly shows that it is not sincere in dealing with the issue. It is very unfortunate that the Congress government has been projecting the private member resolution on ILPS issue passed in the Assembly as a resolution introduced after the state cabinet had a thorough discussion and thus passed, which is an open lie to the people, Chauba said. When the governments of Nagaland, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh could implement ILPS by enacting related laws and stop the outsiders from entering the states without valid documents, why can't the government of Manipur stop the illegal entry of the outsiders into the state, he asked.
aduni makokte hage namna there wali shanwa ko you so pami white paper ma sahi tarah SPF ki mission congress ki sahi tarah ki sasatra jini bamda langka ki thong re ni ka saman re hojik ni ka lege che white paper ko ka nei ko prajada asam de foreigner ki the issue when you foreigner ama ho ko thama foreigner bi samu le ko in the level when you can Indian side le se am hai malamana koi manipur sarkar na ko se ko pende thule lo ko ni ye wa ham ko ni ocean le using sida mo ni thana office ham ko sana koi jamai using ni ko se kana no ko se rakha
If an MLA leaves a party willingly, he can be disqualified under the 10th schedule of Indian Constitution. This was stated by the veteran politician O. Joy during an exclusive conversation with the ISTV News. He said the 10th schedule is essential in establishing a stable government. Particularly during the period between 1967 and 1972, the incidents of defection of MLAs from one party to another occurred so often. Out of 210 MLAs who defected from one party to another, 116 MLAs got ministerial berth. Since such a political trend made the Indian politics so ugly, the 10th schedule was framed by amending the Indian Constitution for the 52nd time.
I go Bharat Basagi, we made it INTC, Antona, Pajadava, Bharat ki democracy, Antona Pajadava Amawere Aduna. Mase akoigi lo ama semaga masi thingobuna sungani aidana masagi aisa haji ba 50 second akoigi amendment 1985 haise masi lakoni.
If an MLA willingly leaves his party, which means giving up his party voluntarily, it is provided in the 10th schedule that he can be disqualified.
Voluntary given up Kanamba Nupa Mahaki party se voluntarily Mama Sana Yana Tadu Gan Tadu Ogdi Marine Padu disqualified only Haini and Pogoada. My MLA will be a roy have never.
On the other hand, when 1/3 or 2/3 of the MLAs of a party that is in power leave the party and in a position to form a new government, that too comes under the provision of disqualification, as it is also considered as voluntarily giving up the party, as proven in the Rajiv Nair case in Supreme Court.
Main principle da aikona khangadabadi party sidaidagi aikona madui party to toksare na haira madai da ahum tobugi ani adagi adaidi akoi hoi sab sana party dum pull-up aikoi chakrage haidi khangde akoi party de hek leiba mi mayam amta thamara MLA mayam amta thamara haina pura merge tawge do madui wafam lakpa natabada ai karigumba party ki maraktagi masoi masang taadna machen makai taadna tarugadi maduna voluntarily given up aiba atadu pirgadi moi disqualify tawani voluntarily given up aiba machen makai taadna maduna voluntarily given up aiba ataji piraba madu atadu thoaba adodi disqualify tawum toi mari da kaishu chengali
A 5-day disaster management training course for police personnel of Imphal West District, organized by Relief and Disaster Management under the Directorate of Civil Defence, has begun at Indira Stadium, 2nd MR today. Coach officer MD Ayub Khan said such training has been given to all the police personnel of the 9 districts to protect people and properties during any kind of disaster.
Important role of police in disaster management. Having disaster head toll the policing the Todam Jam Saw. I suppose any disaster head state Chida Tolopotum Damoin public quite in Namanalina, policing Shina Mokwena, the rescue party Mohoyogani, first party Mohoyogani, any firefighting the Mohoyogani.
Manipuri boxers Laishram Devendro and Laishram Sarita have qualified for the semi-final bouts in the 20th Glasgow Commonwealth Games. In yesterday's match, Devendro defeated Akil Ahmed of Scotland 29-28, 30-27 and 30-27 in the quarter-final bout of men's light fly 41 kg category. Sarita defeated Charlene John of Wales, thus clearing her own way to the semi-final.
One misses, bang. And that's where the tactics he's used, and he's shifting his weight from right foot to left foot, so getting full power into the punches. Ahmed really did well to get up off the
in the semi-finals in 2 days' time, as we see him just roughing him up there again. But he did take the foot off the gas just a little in that 3rd round.
Yeah, he got himself into a comfortable position. If the opportunity had arose, then he would have let some big combinations go for the stoppage, but it was going his way.
To the light flyweight semi-final, in the blue corner, representing India,
Well, they're a knowledgeable crowd in here, so I think they knew when they saw the draw that young Ahmed was up against it here.
As part of the ongoing protest for demand of inner line permit system in Manipur, students, women vendors and Maira Paibis of Yaripok staged sit-in protests around Yaripok Bazaar under the aegis of Reformist Students Front Yaripok Unit. Students of Sacred Heart School Yaripok also staged sit-in protest at the school complex. At the protest, statements such as implement ILPS in Manipur, stop illegal entrance of outsiders in the state, etc. were written on the placards. They shouted slogans demanding immediate release of the protesters and implementation of ILPS. Let's move on to some national and international news now. At least 27 people have been killed and over 150 are feared buried after a landslide hit a village nearly 120 kilometers from Pune in Maharashtra. Rescue workers anticipate that the number of dead will rise. The landslide took down a massive section of a hillside and swept away over 40 homes, leaving only mud, slush and debris. Rescue operations are being hampered due to rain. The PM has announced a compensation of rupees 2 lakh from the Prime Minister's National Relief Fund, said Home Minister Rajnath Singh, who visited Malin village. Officials worked through the night using floodlights and earth-moving vehicles to pull people out of the twisted wreckage. Incessant rain and flowing water has hampered rescue efforts. About 250 disaster response personnel are in the area assisting local police, villagers and medical teams. At least 100 ambulances were also sent to the area, which is 15 to 20 kilometers from the nearest medical facility. The police have cordoned off the affected village after people trying to reach the scene of the disaster caused miles-long jams. Prime Minister Narendra Modi mourned the loss of lives and said all possible efforts must be made to help the victims. Sharad Pawar, whose Nationalist Congress party is part of the state's ruling coalition, is also expected to visit the village. The area around the village has been deforested extensively, increasing its vulnerability to landslides. Similar deforestation and environmental damage have caused floods and landslides in other parts of India. Congress President Sonia Gandhi, who is normally a reticent person, hit out at former Union Minister Natwar Singh for claims made in his upcoming autobiography, One Life is Not Enough, an autobiography. Sonia Gandhi on Thursday said that she would write a book which would put an end to all the speculations. I will write my own book and then you will come to know everything, said the Congress chief while reacting to Natwar Singh's book. Army Chief General Bikram Singh retired on Thursday, giving way to General Dalbir Singh Suhag, who became India's 26th Army Chief. 59-year-old Suhag was the Vice Chief of the Army Staff. During the farewell ceremony for the outgoing Army Chief on Thursday, General Bikram Singh said that India has given a befitting reply to Pakistan on the beheading of Indian soldier incident. Our troops are responding to transgressions. This has been happening for many years. At the center of any combat power is the soldier, and our soldiers are the finest, General Bikram Singh said. Suhag has now taken over as the chief of the 1.3 million strong Indian Army. A Gurkha officer who had participated in the 1987 Indian Peacekeeping Force IPKF operation in Sri Lanka, General Suhag will have a period of 30 months as the 26th Chief of Army Staff. He is the son of Subedar Major Rampal Singh Suhag of 18 Cavalry. As per tradition, generations after generation of the men in the Suhag family have served the country at the borders, and the women raised the children back home. Suhag has taken over after a long span of controversy over his appointment. Suhag was designated as the Army Chief in May by the outgoing UPA government, ignoring protests from the former Army Chief and now Union Minister General V.K. Singh. Even as the city of Bangalore comes to terms with the gruesome gang rape of a 6-year-old inside her school, another minor girl aged 7 has allegedly been sexually assaulted in the city. The pro-Kannada groups have called a 12-hour bandh in Bangalore on Thursday in protest of the incidents. Security has been tightened across the IT hub as the strike will be in place from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Several schools and colleges will stay shut on Thursday, and transport services are likely to be disrupted as well. As the two incidents of crime against children have sent parents in a tizzy, experts are of the opinion that the school administration should take up responsibility. The child belongs to us by accident of birth, but really belongs to the community, and we as a whole need to take responsibility in its best interest. Law is stringent, but it has to do more in other areas which addresses socio-emotional physical needs, said a parent. Even as police investigation continues in the rape of a 6-year-old in school premises, Bangalore got another shocker on Wednesday when reports of sexual assault of a 7-year-old inside her school surfaced. A complaint has been registered in the incident, and the 28-year-old son of the attendant of the school has been arrested in the case. The incident was reported on July 21. The mother of the survivor filed the complaint. The medical report of the girl is awaited in the case. Nigerian forces have arrested 2 Boko Haram suspects who were traveling with a 10-year-old girl with explosives strapped to her, the government said on Wednesday. Government spokesman Mike Omeri said the suspects had been intercepted in a Honda CR-V car traveling along a road in the North's Katsina state. 10-year-old Hadiza was discovered to have been strapped with an explosive belt, and immediately Ilya and Zainab made attempt to escape with the car but were later blocked by other concerned Nigerians and subsequently arrested, he said. The The House of Representatives voted on Wednesday to sue President Barack Obama for overstepping the powers of the presidency, a move that has angered conservatives who call it insufficient, emboldened Democrats who say Republicans are being vengeful, and further eroded much of what is left of bipartisanship on Capitol Hill. In a 225 to 201 party line vote, Republicans authorized the House to move forward with a lawsuit against Obama for his application of the Affordable Care Act, which they argue has been selective and intended to delay the law's most undesirable aspects. During a pointed, impassioned, hour-long debate, Republicans accused the president of flouting the law and breaking a solemn constitutional oath. They summoned lessons from the American Revolution and the Bible. And now let's take a look at the top stories once again. ILPS cannot be implemented due to state government's dishonesty, says T.H. Chauba. And if an MLA leaves a party willingly, he can be disqualified under 10 schedule, opines Ojoy. Thanks for joining us, and for more news updates, do stay tuned.